Hello, it's another day at Mart's garage. I've been working on the Thunderbird, as you well know, and one of the things that I became aware of is that the air filter looks pretty sad. Package arrived this morning from John Wolf Racing, and this is an air filter, the same dimensions. Rather limited availability in this country for things like this, but you can get them, but it ain't like you got 10 or 15 different ones to choose from and you can pick the cheaper one or a better quality one or something. Anyway, that's it. It's a 14" by 2", so I'm going to put that on. Not a biggie, and it should be easy, so I'll get that in place, and it should look a bit better, I think. Looks alright on the inside, so obviously it's probably still working. That's the original one from when I first got the car going 35 plus years ago, so it's about time, isn't it? That's a 2" air filter. I could have bought a 3" one, but there's not very much clearance with the bonnet on these. They made the body as low as they could on these, and there's not much clearance between the air filter and the bonnet. When I bought the car, there was the bottom half of the original air filter, but I never had the top half of the original air filter. But it went missing at some point during the time I had the car. So I had the bottom half of the original air filter, never had the top half, and lost the bottom half. So I ended up just buying that relatively cheap 14" low rise air filter. Okay, thanks a lot for joining me in the garage. Take care, and I'll catch you on the next one. Hello, this is one of the Holly bimetallic springs off the choke mechanism. I found this one on an old 2-barrel carb, but it looks like it's in pretty good condition, so I thought I might use this one on my engine. But just out of interest, I thought, what would happen if I just point a heat gun at it and see what happens? Quite surprised at how quick it moved, to be honest. I'll let that cool down now and see where it ends up. Just thought I'd show that because it's quite neat to see it, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Anyway, I thought I'd just show you that. It's interesting, isn't it? There's supposed to be a mark on these, but it isn't very clearly defined. I think that's it there. Right, I'm going to put that on there now. So that'd be interesting. Yeah, interesting to see that little, what happened when I warmed it up. Okay, Back in a bit. Hello, welcome to Mart's garage. Guess what? I'm looking at the carburetor on the Thunderbird. I became suspicious that the squirter on the one side isn't squirting particularly well. Okay. Could do getting that choke out of the way, couldn't I? Okay. Right, that arrow is there. Okay. Right. So what I'm thinking is I'll point the camera down. Now it hasn't run, but I imagine there'll be at least one shot of fuel in it. So I can see the little nozzles down there. I know it's a bit dirty. Oh, it did squirt. Oh, okay. Might not do another one though. It looks a little bit hesitant on the one side. I think I'll take it off and clean it anyway. A little bit worried about dropping something down. How are you supposed to do this? Oh God. Obviously this is better to try and do when you take the carburetor off. Okay. Now, the thing is, was there supposed to be washers on this? Okay, I need to kind of try and look to see if I can see a washer that may have fell down. I didn't hear anything fall down though. Ooh. Is that a washer down there, on that booster? Let's have a look at the other one. Right, as far as I can tell, there isn't a washer gone down there. Maybe I'll take the one out of this carb and see what this has got. Oh yeah, there's a washer there, look. Okay. Then that bit there looks like mine. Then that bit there looks like mine, doesn't it? So it must just work on the fuel going up the gap between the screw and the bore. There's a taper on that end there. Okay, so I think I should have one of these. But if it had gone down the carb, would I be able to see it? Obviously not able to remember what I did, 30 plus years ago. Whether I put a washer on there or not, I don't know. Okay, I'll come back in a little bit. 2 or 3 years ago, a gentleman approached me at a swap meet and gave me this, which was very, very kind of him. And you'll have to forgive me, but I cannot remember the gentleman's name. I just downloaded the software to my phone and I managed to take a bit of film with it because I was trying to see if a washer had fell down onto the butterflies. As far as I can tell, and you can see the image here, I'm sort of delving around and trying to find You know, if there's a washer there, and I'm pretty sure there isn't. Okay, so thank you very much to the gentleman. It's very kind of you, and I've used it at last. It was a while ago when he gave me this. Okay, so what have I done? Here is my nozzle. There's a wash. I've put a washer there and a washer there, and with a bit of grease to hold it in place. And I'm just sort of trying to work out the best way to put it down into there. Bear in mind, I'm not an expert or even used to doing this. You know, I've done it only a very few times. It'd be easier if the carb wasn't on the car. I'm hoping that by where are we? I'm hoping by putting a little loop of wire around there, I can stop it falling off. Well, that worked really well. That worked really well. I can recommend that method. So there you go, a little hint and tip from me. Okay. The float bowl is a bit low, so I'll just crank it a bit, pump some fuel through it. It might fire. Okay, there's the squirters. So let's try this now. Bit half-hearted even then, isn't it? Maybe the thing needs to fill up. Not really. Very. Oh, let's just see if it'll start. No, it's no good, is it? This one here is getting a bit of squirt, but that one isn't. Let me take it off again. So the fuel has to go between that bolt and that washer, doesn't it? Bit weird, isn't it? Why doesn't it want to come out? There's the ball. Well, there's plenty of fuel coming through there. Okay. Got those two pieces out. I used a magnetic screwdriver to get the ball out and just hooked a bit of wire around the back of the little brass piece. These pieces fell off, so I'm going to go and clean them up and put them back on. I'm not trying to film this in detail because it's not an area I'm an expert on. I'll crank it over a bit just to, you know, refill the float bowl. Right, let's see if it's squirting a bit better. That's better, isn't it? Certainly better on that side. Yeah, and this side. Two really good squirts there. Okay, let's just crank that then to get rid of that. That might be one of the reasons why I've been having trouble starting it, because I'm doing that and not getting a proper squirt on it. Oh, there's a fair bit of petrol just gone down there. Okay. I'd say that's okay. Right. What I did differently then, between then and the time before, I used the squirter from the other carb, and also I used a different gasket on the bottom that's got a bigger bore, so there's more gap between the gasket and the screw. I don't know which of those two things would have done the trick. And that's the screw that fell out there. I also tightened that screw a bit tighter than it was, which means that this lever comes up higher, so it might be giving a bigger squirt by shortening that. It's like the opposite of what you it's like the opposite of what you think. You're thinking you have more squirt if you made it longer, but you get more squirt if you shorten it because the zero position is further up. Maybe that was the problem, this length of this, because it was on the point of falling off. I don't know enough about these motors. That seems quite happy now. When I pumped it, I might have flushed something through that was in there, you know, when all that fuel came out. Seems alright, doesn't it? Bear in mind it's stone cold. Still cold. Just getting the exhaust, the exhausts are just starting to warm up now. No choke on that start. I've never used the choke, and I've tried setting it, but to be honest, I have had a little bit of trouble. I get a cleaner start with no choke than I do with choke. But maybe it'll be different now that I have got a good squirt on those jets. I'll knock it off. Okay, once more, thanks for joining me in the garage. Another little job done. I apologise to those that have been saying, oh, take the carb off and clean it thoroughly. Yeah, I could do. But having struggled so much to get it running nice, I don't want to risk undoing something and not have it come back together in exactly the same way. I know it's the coward's way out, but that's all right now. It's running okay. I've been working quite a long time to get it running right, and it is running right, so I'm going to leave it alone. Thank you very much for joining me in the garage. Take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers then. Bye. Hello, welcome to Mart's garage. I have recently got the Thunderbird running. It's been driving around and running really well actually. I thought I might try and give it an oil change. So I ordered an oil filter, Napa, made in Poland, would you believe? There you go. Hopefully it'll fit. Yeah, quite heavy actually. Got a bit of heft to it, so it's got some bit, you know, got plenty of good stuff in it, whatever it is. So I'm going to jack the car up. I've got my jack. I found my rubber pad for the thing. Going to jack the car up because I can't really get underneath. The oil filter is down there somewhere, down there. Got to get that one off and drain the oil. It's a long way under to get, so I'm going to jack the car up and put it on axle stands. Okay, so yeah, simple job. Everybody's done it. You don't need me to show it, but I'll just capture little key moments just to show that I have done it to this car. Okay, back in a bit then. Okay, I'm going in. Got an oil filter wrench and a flashlight, so let's get in there. Chassis ain't bad. Floor stood up alright. Okay, where are we? Engine. There's engine. Okay, there's the sump plug. I've got my jack and my axle stands under the front end. Still pretty low here. Right, where's the oil filter? I don't know what size that is there. Doesn't look very big actually. It looks like I might have welded a smaller hex onto the original thing. Oh, there's the filter. Okay. Right out. Let's see if I can get that undone. Wonder if it'll come off by hand. Not for this angle. Is that the right way? Oh, there it goes. That was alright. Right, let's get this ball ready. oil, too much oil on my camera. Can you see that the rubber seal of the filter has stayed on the adapter? I don't know if you can see that. Oh, hang on, where are we pointing? Never seen that before. Never had that happen before. Okay, good. Well, that's where the new filter has to go. Okay. I'll just wipe the adapter off. There's the filter. I'll just put some oil in it. I'm just going to screw it on. I hope. Don't know if it's quite the right one, but it's a smaller diameter. It said it was an equivalent, but it's the right thread at least, so it's a filter and it fits, so. Oh, okay. That'll do, I think. Oh, I'll just grab it with two hands and give it a bit more of a go. It says about 1/4 of a turn after it's tight. Yeah, it looks a bit small, that, doesn't it? At least it fits. Okay, I'll have a go at getting that undone. So how big do you think that is there? Let's try and get that undone. Okay. A little bit awkward under here. There's the fill plug. It's a 5/8 actually, this is. It's smaller than I thought. I'm thinking this is going to make a mess. Maybe I'll change hands. Now this is at the back of the sump, so the fact that I've got the front jacked up doesn't matter. It'll dry out better, actually. So yeah, let's just go for it. Oh dear. Okay, let's get my hand out of the way. Oh God. Doesn't look like there's loads of lumps in it or anything, so that's good. Okay, I'll just leave that for a bit because I haven't run the engine today, so you know the oil's a little bit thicker. So let's I'll just leave that to drain for a bit, then it'll let all the oil drain down the engine. It'll come out of there. I've got the filter on, so and that's draining. Okay, back in a bit then. Hello. I found a copper washer that fits the plug, but I thought I'd anneal it. Sometimes these copper washers can be a bit hard. I've only ever done this on much smaller ones actually. Hang on, I'm not doing it the right way around. Hang on. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. I'll give it a little clean and then put it back in. I won't show you me fitting it in because it's hard to get underneath with the camera at the same time. Okay, I'll bring you back when there's more to show. New plug's in place. Under there, don't know if you can see it. No, probably can't. I've turned the light off. Oil filter's in place. So I'm going to lower it back down and put the oil in now. It's at this moment when you say to yourself, I did put that plug in, didn't I? I did put the filter on, didn't I? It's just about there. Just about there. Try another jug full. Okay, that's about ½ inch over the add mark. It's about halfway up to the halfway mark, if you like. But it'll probably go down a bit, won't it, when it fills the filter fully. Try saying that when you've had a couple. I'll give it a bit more. Okay, it's about there, which is about 5/8 the way up, which I think is okay. I was using the old Pyrex jug. 2050 this is that I've been putting in. Okay, let's let's see if we can start her up then, and I just want to see that oil light go out. Then I'll check the level again. There's the oil light there. It went out, didn't it? Okay, good. Okay, there we are, a simple little job, nice and simple. I'll recheck the oil level and just top it up a little bit if necessary. Okay, good. Righto, thanks very much for joining me in the garage then. Take care, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers then, bye. Hello, welcome to Mart's Garage. I did a job the other day here, and I had to salvage these fittings, these vacuum fittings off another pipe, because the original fittings, one of them was heavily rounded off. There's the original fitting there, look, all mangled up, and what you can see is that that's 3/8 and that's 1/2 inch. So I thought, where can I get some of the original fittings from? Guess what? Once again, Rock Auto comes to my rescue. These Edelman fittings here. I think people that live in the United States ought to, I hope they realise how lucky they are to have things like this just available and easy to get. Elsewhere in the world, things like this just aren't freely and easily available. Luckily, like I've mentioned before, Rock Auto shipped to the UK at very reasonable rates. So even just these, you have to just ignore the piece price, you just look how much it is for the total and see if that's worth it, and then just go for it. So I'm going to just refit these, rather I'm going to take that pipe off the car, put these on, and hopefully it should look nice. No, something they look like 7/16. Anyway, let's get one on and see what it looks like. I'm hoping that these will just pull off. Oh, there it goes. There we go. Yeah, I suspected as much. They're actually 7/16. Still, you know, they're new, aren't they? They'll probably... I thought I saw a crack in one of these before. So, anyway, these are new. So I'll put it back on with these, and I'll see what it looks like when it's back on the car. Okay, back in a little bit then. Yeah, not a massive difference, but yeah, look okay, don't they? At least they're not bigger than the fitting that it's screwed into. In this case, it's the same size, 7/16. And these will fit the early Fords as well. That is, you know, it's what the early Ford V8s use on the vacuum advance as well. So that'll be handy. Okay, a very simple little job, but I thought I'd show you that things like that are available. You just have to search for them. Okay, take care. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers then. Bye.